Hello, good evening, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Asam, also known as Awesome Asam, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic related to my space in terms of profession. I'm not going to talk about hair today or anything, so I'm just going to be talking about the six common mistakes I've seen that are stopping people or hindering people from transitioning into tech, and in this regard, transitioning into cybersecurity. Now, so I have my note here with things I wrote down, like points I wrote down, my six common mistake points that I wrote down. And I'm just going to dissect one after the other. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be a very short video, but just going straight to the point. And before I go forward, kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Support me, support my ministry. This is a newfound passion, not really a newfound passion. It's a passion that I'm just trying to fan, but sometimes due to work schedule, family, um, it can be stressful having to also include YouTube videos. But I know I have so much to give. I have so much to give, and I want to give it through this channel. And that is why I'm here today. So kindly subscribe and click on the like button. Comment, please, especially concerning this topic for today. I would really appreciate if we could get into the comment section and talk about these mistakes. I'm there to help you answer your questions. Not too many questions though, but just answer your questions, like how to fix any of these mistakes. So number one, common mistake I've noticed is that people don't do enough research. Not enough research. Now, now this one. Okay, so January and February, I had a cohort. A cohort basically was to help people who want to transition. I held two cohorts, cohort one and cohort two, to help people who want to transition into cybersecurity because I come from a non-tech background. As I read linguistics and communication. I did customer service for about 10 years. So that's been my space. I wasn't really a techie. To be honest, I really didn't know anything about computers. Like, compute what? If something happened to my system, I'm running hysterical. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Any little thing, I'm screaming and shouting. But now I'm very comfortable because I successfully was able to transition. My transition started in 2021. So 2020 was when I decided I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I started researching. So um, everything I know, let's say, apart from my 9 to 5 job, but everything I know is self-taught. So I can proudly say yes, I transitioned self-taught. I was, apart from my internship later on that I got involved in, I gave a lot of hands-on, and then my job that I got, everything was basically self-taught. So I'm not saying it from a point of I don't know. I've been there, done that, so I know what I'm talking about. And that's the problem. Most people don't do research. When I speak to people, when they reach out to me, oh, I want to switch to cybersecurity. I saw how you did it, blah blah blah, and and I ask them just basic questions, very basic questions, like, so have you done your research? What area of cybersecurity do you? And they're like, people are lost. As in, they are truly lost. I asked someone what cybersecurity, and she was clueless. Honestly, I was getting impatient because I'm like, if you claim you're passionate, because I've heard people like, I'm so passionate about this thing, I want to switch, and you should have at least done your basic research, like basic research, like, okay, what is cybersecurity? What's the importance of cybersecurity? Who needs cybersecurity? Who doesn't need cybersecurity? Like things like, you understand, things like that. But when it comes to you and they're claiming all passion, and nothing, as in there's nothing they can you that as in, it's like I will start teaching you, like, okay, so this is what cybersecurity is. Come on now, come on. So that's for me, that's a major thing. Like somebody getting married. Typical example, you're getting married. Maybe will you research your spouse to be now, your guy or your lady? And not just research, but at least you will get to want to know who they are, their likes, dislikes, favorite places, favorite food, favorite color, things like that. That's it. It's the same thing. Because this journey, this career is a journey. You learn, it's continuous education. You learn as you go. You don't just learn it, and that knowledge you have is what will sustain you for the next 10, 20 years. And that's what I love about it. It's ever evolving. You learn every day. Something that we learn today by next week is irrelevant. Is that crazy? And for me, that's why I like it, because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me always wanting to seek knowledge. So people don't do enough research, which is number one point. Which now takes me to number two. Another common mistake people do is that going with the trend. Now everybody knows tech is the new quote unquote new oil, let's say. The new oil now. So everybody, oh, tech, tech, tech. But tech has different areas, and different areas of tech. There's a tech, non-technical tech, there's something like that, and there's a techie tech. Non-technical tech is all them. Maybe data analysis. No. Data analysis is not so techy. Product manager. Those are not the tech. The GRC. Those are not non-tech. They will not do about tech where you are coding and all. That's where you not go tech. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. As we're going to tech. So um everybody wants to do tech. Okay, which area of the tech now? Like I said, in this space, cybersecurity. Oh yeah, which area of the cybersecurity do you want to do? Crickets. Like, and it's exhausting because I'm constantly being asked, oh, how do I switch? How do I switch? And when you ask people, okay, so how much research have you done? Honestly, people actually do get offended. Like they get offended when I ask them, like, how much research have you done? I'm like, why are you getting offended? Like, apart from, I need to know how I want to help. I need to know how I would help you. Like, do you understand? It's like you're going to cry, I have a headache. You go to the doctor, I have a headache, and the doctor, okay, asks you, okay, when was the last time you had 8 hours of sleep? We are troubleshooting here. When last I had 8 hours of sleep, and you're offended, doctor, why are you asking me? When last time I had 8 hours of sleep? I tell you I have a headache, but he or she needs to troubleshoot, so they will know what to tackle or where to tackle. Okay, so going with the trend, today data analysis. Oh, tomorrow is this one. Okay, maybe let me learn Python. Okay, let me learn Power BI. Okay, let me do Power Apps. Okay, you're everywhere. You have to like do your research. You go back to number one. Do your research. Sit down, if possible, write pros and cons. See, that's one thing that I do in this my life. And that's what has helped me. Even before I switched careers to cybersecurity, I did pros and cons. For when I'm facing an impossible decision, apart from praying to God for guidance, I always do pros and cons. Like I take out my pen, I'm always writing. As in this book, these are my friends. I'm always writing pros and cons. As in what I do in my house, if I have a major decision to make in my family, I bring out my pen, pros, cons, and it always, and most times, sometimes you do it in your head, you might not really get a big picture. But when you actually write it down, you pen it down, pros and cons, then you get a big picture. When I wanted to switch, I wasn't sure where I wanted to go. I was thinking of UX UI. I know I wanted to go into tech, but I was thinking of UX UI, and I was thinking of cybersecurity, and I did my pros and cons. That for me. That was what sealed the deal for me. I did my pros and cons, and the pros outweighed the cons. And I was sold. As in, I was sold. Then number three common mistake is that taking irrelevant courses. Now, I had a talk, but usually before anyone joins my course is basically I just mentor you how to transition. You do courses, you write exams and everything. We've not resumed. We've not done core three. We still do core three in March, but I had an exam to write, so I had to move it. Then I have another exam to write, so I still not fix a date. But core three most likely would happen early April. So my sessions, I usually have like a qualification call with everybody. So even if I have like 50 applications, quote and unquote, I will call and speak to all 50 of you because I need to know if we're in the same space, if we speak the same language on the same frequency. Because I don't want anybody stressing me and wasting my time and I'm wasting your time. I know someone who was interested to join the cohort. After I had a talk with her, we had a very long talk. And I discovered that she was more inclined into data analysis. I told her, my calls are not free. So I can as well have just said, oh, come and collect, let me collect your money. So when it's not about the money, it's about lives I'm changing here, value. And when we finished talking, I just told her, you would fit better into data analysis. Like, go and read up on data analysis. I gave her a deadline. So you read up on, I can't remember. I gave her like a 2-day deadline. Read up on data analysis and get back to me. Just get back to me in 2 days. And I was really impressed. She got back to me like late afternoon, evening of the second day, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much for the advice you gave." Then when I actually looked at it, that their data analysis was actually what I was, but she wasn't sure. She just thought it was cybersecurity. And when she told me all the things she was interested, what she wanted to do, like, nah. Until we just be frustrated in cybersecurity. No, don't come here. Oh. This space not for the faint-hearted. Not for the faint-hearted. I thought you'll be frustrated. So she called and said that she would stick with data, that she would go with data analysis, and she was really grateful that I gave her that advice. Because other people will collect, you will chop your cash, and nobody has your time. And they'll say, oh, hey, yeah, sorry, money has gone. But me, like I said, the reason why people are not paying for that course is just basically the fact that for me, it's a mindset thing. What people don't pay for, they don't value. It's for see, it's rare for you to see someone that sees something free and they value it. It's very rare. Most people, once it's free, they don't value it. So I needed them to put a price to put a price on this thing that they claim that they value. Some did, funny enough, some people paid, and some people still did not value it because they were still do your. I give assignments, don't do us, don't do the assignments. So like, while some people carried it on their head, like we die here. So taking relevant courses, they're just everywhere. Today, you're taking some course in Python, cybersecurity, Python. You're taking something in maybe React. Then you're not taking another one in like I said, Power BI. You're just everywhere just because you went on Google and you typed courses in cybersecurity and you just saw, and you know Google will bombard you with information. And that's the thing that is scary about transitioning. That lack of direction is scary. Like Google will not even help you. Google has crazy information. Now, the ability for you to filter what is relevant for you, that is the cocoa. And that was what my course was all about. I will help you feel. I will help you. Okay, we have a talk. After we have a story session, we will fine tune what area of cybersecurity you want to focus on. Cybersecurity is wide. When I say it's wide, it's crazy wide. You don't have to decide what area you want to focus on, and that's what probably that's what they call. Am I here marketing cohort? Leave cohort matter, please. So taking relevant courses where just everyone Google, you're taking this, you're taking that, you're taking that. At the end, you end up with courses you don't need. Honestly, there's some courses that are in cybersecurity, but you don't need them because that's not the domain you're going to. You get my point. Number four, doing everything. Oh, first kind of like tied to number two, which is going with the trend. But now, taking relevant courses, doing everything. That you want to do everything. You want to do JRC. You want to pen test. You want to ethical hack. You want to do engineering, solutions architect. What else again? Sure, you want to be everywhere. You want to start doing everything. No, it doesn't work that way. It's best to. It can get pretty overwhelming because cybersecurity is wide. It can get pretty overwhelming trying to find a niche for yourself, and you might meddle in a few things. At the beginning, it's okay to meddle in a few things, get your feet wet in a few things. Then after a while, you like for this is this streamline or you fine tune to what you want to focus on. But it still happens that some people from the you don't know where they're going to because they're everywhere. They're doing everything. So even you yourself, okay, now a recruiter want to recruit you now. They go to your LinkedIn page and they're seeing pen test, they're seeing ethical hack, they're seeing analysis, they're seeing incident response, they're seeing Power BI, they're seeing Python, they're seeing the JavaScript, they're seeing CSS. Oh, come on, and they're like, so which one now? Which one are we going to recruit you for? Because apart from the fact that you're going to be applying for jobs, some recruiters headhunt in the sense that they actually go through LinkedIn profiles just to see, okay, this person's profile matches what I'm looking for. They send you a DM, are you interested in this role? I go through. Do you get? Number five. Oh, this video is getting really long. Number five, unrealistic expectations. Now, this is a major mistake. When I say major mistake, where someone thinks that by taking three courses in cybersecurity, you are now a professional. How like how I don't get it. I'm lost. Or they want to hammer. You go online and you type, for example, salary for security engineer. You see the money, like, oh man, see moolah, and in your mind you want to switch because of that moolah or that that money, but you don't do your research. Still bothers number one, and you're not thinking of the people earning this probably had maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years of experience, hands-on experience. So we just feel that okay, someone join my course with wrong expectation, thinking that after finishing the course, automatically jobs. I don't know if even tech that is hot cake, jobs are not just sitting down there waiting for you. You have to go and look for the job. Oh. So that's another expectation. People just think that by the time I say I've switched to cybersecurity, you have like job lined up. You just see jobs. Jobs will be on queue waiting for you to just come and select them. It doesn't work that way. You still have to put in the work, as in you still have to put in the work of applying, making yourself relevant, upskilling, reading, researching, what's the other English I want to speak now? Hands-on. You have all this come together to make you marketable. Do you understand? So not taking one or two courses cybersecurity doesn't automatically prepare you for the job market. No, you have to network. Oh my goodness, networking. People take it so, I don't know, but people think it's not important. In this journey, networking has opened so many doors for me. I can't even begin to count how many doors that just networking has. Not even on not just LinkedIn, though, just as in my industry, reaching out to people, for, maintaining relationships, as in, so unrealistic expectations, expecting that you will hammer once you just put on your LinkedIn cybersecurity professional, all of a sudden people are calling you like, hey baby, hey guy, come take the job. Fly it as in there. To fly you like this, you have to put in the work. You have to go out and look for the job. Jobs are not just sitting down. Last but not least, or let's say the last for this list, going well. Last for this list of common mistakes. Now this is where I'm going to do it. See where I'm dropping my book. I'm dropping it. Because this one, I'm not going to smile. I'm not joking with this one. The most common mistakes, the six most common mistakes based on my research that people make when switching is living in Excuseville. Hey, God, nothing blows my mind like excuses. Like, excuses I can go crazy when someone says, I'm passionate about this thing. But okay, come and do what it takes to acquire what you're passionate about, and you have like a long list of excuses. Like they will give you CV of excuses why they don't have the time, why they are busy, why they can't do that course, they can't take that course, why, as in the excuses are incredible. And I'm like, and you want to switch to tech that requires constant reading, constant researching, constant study, constant asking of as you have to be on your toes. So if you're the kind of person you don't like reading or researching, don't bother. See, seriously, don't waste your time. Don't bother yourself. Just go somewhere else. That excuses, like I ask myself when people pack excuses and put at my feet why they haven't done simple tasks I gave to them, like, okay, go and research this and get back to me in 3 days time or in 1 week's time. Let's take it from there. And I'm like, if I gave excuses the way you're giving this excuse now, would you have seen me to come and be asking me question about how I was able to switch? No, let's be real. Let's be honest. If I was giving excuses, I didn't read, I did not research, I didn't push, I didn't seek. It was, see, when I transitioned, I first started taking courses online. It was crazy. I was up 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And then I had a baby, a 4 month old. So and I'm not looking for what excuse they want to give to me. I had a 4 month old then with 2 kids. So I had 3 kids that I was attending to. Of course, I had a husband. Of course, I have a husband. So what excuse you want to give to me? I read. I was up 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. I would wake up and I would go to bed like 4. I would wake up at 6:30. Prep my kids for online school then, but they hadn't resumed school due to COVID. Prep my schools for kids for online school. Of course, I would have made breakfast for them to eat. I'll sort out the baby, and I was doing. There was a time I was writing an exam. I had an exam to write online at. It was quite late. It was like 1 a.m. and my baby was fussing then. He needed to be fed. And it was a timed exam. I think I just fed him. You know how these babies they just like to eat. And it was a timed exam. So I didn't have the time. I had only 50 minutes to finish about 75 questions. It was crazy. I had to call my husband, like, please help me hold this boy. Let me. But the boy wasn't. I was breastfeeding and writing that exam. So what is your excuse? Do you get my point? So sometimes we have to just push past the pain, as in just push. Our breakthrough. I don't want to sound too spiritual, but I'm going to sound spiritual. Sorry, I'm a spiritual being. Our breakthrough most times is just at that edge. You know that precipice. That point where you just say no. Let me not take this excuse. Let me just push just a little, just a very tiny bit. Let me just push a tiny bit further, and that's it. That's all you need. But we'll give excuses, and you expect results with excuses. It's not going to work now. So, after all has been said, these are the common mistakes basically that people make. So if you can correct these mistakes, I am willing, too willing to work with you. As in, I am too willing, overly willing to work with you. I'm very passionate about helping people switch because I did it and it was horrible for me because I really didn't have a reference point. Apart from a friend that I was able to harass once in a while, I did like bulk of the work, and now it's paying off. Like it's paying off, and I'm so glad I pushed. I'm so glad I did what I did. So that is why I'm very happy helping people, serious minded people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Serious minded people are ready to switch. I'm willing. Do you understand? So those are the mistakes people make while transitioning into tech and in this space, cybersecurity. So please go through this video again if you can. Share it to someone who you know is on the fence or who just giving plenty of excuses. You can't achieve if you keep giving excuses. You can't. You will not achieve. You will not achieve. And it's not a curse. It's a fact. If you don't push past comfort zone, you will not accomplish jack. And it's the fact. I have seen it. I have done see by two eyes, four eyes, two eyes. I have seen it, and it's the truth. For you to accomplish, you have to push past the pain. So that's it. Thank you so much for, if you're still here till now, thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful. And please don't forget to like this video if it made sense to you. I know it will make sense to at least one person, and another person is you. So please like the video, comment, ask your questions, ask how you can, any of this mistake. If you're struggling with anything that I've listed here, please write in the comment section below. I would give to the best of my ability, I would advise you on what I think will work for you. If it's something that you maybe it's more maybe personal or it's more elaborate, you can always go to my DM, what's the word, on Instagram, um, Color Me Cyber on Instagram. That's for my career, helping people switch, seamless career switch. That's what my program is all about. Seamless career switch, helping you switch seamlessly from non-tech to tech background. Go there and send me a DM. Color Me Cyber. Just send me a DM and I will attend to you. I will answer your questions. Please share, comment, subscribe, like. Thank you so much for supporting me. I am truly, truly grateful and have a beautiful, beautiful week. Bye.